Nick Shell, internet receding hairline guy. Here's what I think. Here's the only difference between men and women. The only, yeah, you heard that right. The only difference. I'm sure you couldn't think of any other reasons that men and women are different than what I'm about to say. This is the only reason. And that is that, in my observation, men are naturally wired to worry about their hair loss. Even if they don't have hair loss, because I know many of my subscribers have full heads of hair and are older than me, but they still watch my videos. I think men are ultimately, for the most part, at least American men here in the first world, I think are ultimately wired to be concerned and worried about losing their hair. Either you are losing your hair, or you're gonna lose your hair, or you're probably not, but you're still worried about it anyway. We tie that into our pride, to our appearance, to our self-worth, to our value, and our, all those things. And yet, every time I talk to a female about it, and they learn that I do videos and I actually make money from you know, giving pep talks to guys that have all these worries, women are always surprised to learn that there's an audience, that I could build a YouTube audience off of that insecurity that men have. Now, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm capitalizing on your insecurities. I'm capitalizing on your fear of hair loss. I'm capitalizing on trying to provide hope and confidence in you. Now, it's not something that I do that I'm like, ha ha ha, it's my whole thing. But it's a whole demographic that I'm aware of. And I was talking to a coworker about it who's a female, and she just could not comprehend that there's that many guys that worry about it. And I said, yeah, enough so that I make 2 or 3 videos a day about this, and people watch them. And if I talk about something I actually care about, then people don't watch. Now, the exception to that is the one about farting, about how everyone farts all day long. That one is up to speed with the hair loss one. So maybe I need to talk more about farting because there's an audience for that. I talk about whatever there's an audience for. And as I talk to other females, they are surprised that men would invest their time in watching my videos. Because to the females, they could care less. They all agree. And you've seen the interviews I've done with other females on my YouTube channel. They're always surprised and just, they don't value a guy's hair compared to all those other things. So we're making a big deal about it, and they could care less. They really could, and they do care less. That's the whole thing. So here's what it comes down to. Accept this as truth, because I do. I'm very aware of it. That's how, that's so much that motivates me to do these videos. Men are wired to worry about losing their hair because they find their hair as part of their self-worth. Yet on the other side, females are wired to not care about men's hair. They're wired to not notice hair loss, or at least not to tie it in to finding a man attractive or of value. Will you process that for me? Will you accept that as truth? Because that is my experience. The more I interview females about it, it's the same thing every time. I've yet to actually ask a female about it and she actually cares about men's hair. It's always the same stuff that women actually care about in finding value in men. And what is it? You know, he can make me laugh. He can provide. He's ambitious. It's always those things. That's never his hair. We're wired to worry about hair, our hair loss. Women are not. They're wired to not notice and to not care. That is what I'm here to submit to you. I know I submit theories, and some of them you can debunk, but I'm telling you, I don't think anyone can to debunk what I'm saying here today. Men care about hair loss. Women do not care about men's hair loss. And that's why, largely, or as Donald Trump would say, bigly, who I didn't vote for, largely we're wasting our time worrying so much about this as far as females caring about it. And I know that that's not the only motivation in worrying about losing your hair. There's other reasons why. But as far as women caring about it, not it. I'm Nick Shell. I'm the internet receding hairline guy. And even though I am crazy, I do speak some truth. This is truth.